Why does rain make us feel safe? Rain gets heavier, and the world outside becomes less safe. The roads turn slippery. Headlights stretch across the wet pavement. Familiar sounds disappear under the steady rush of water. And yet, some people sleep better when it rains. When rain taps against the window, you pull the blanket a little higher, and your body begins to relax. Why would a sound that warns you about bad weather make you feel protected? The answer may have less to do with rain itself than with a window, a light, and the feeling that tonight you're allowed to stay inside. Rain isn't quiet. It lands on glass, leaves, rooftops, and concrete. Thousands of small sounds overlap until they become one continuous background. Your hearing is very good at detecting change. In a quiet room, a sudden footstep, a closing door, or something heavy moving upstairs can pull your attention away immediately. Rain is different. It's stable, repetitive, and easy to predict. After a while, your brain no longer has to follow every drop. It can treat the sound as a steady background and stop checking it for new information. That background may also cover some of the sharper noises around you. The cars outside haven't disappeared. Your neighbors haven't suddenly learned to move quietly. Those sounds simply become less noticeable. But rain isn't a natural sleeping pill. Research on continuous noise and sleep is mixed. It may help some people while disturbing others. So sound explains part of the comfort. It doesn't explain all of it. The larger difference is the window. The same storm feels different when you're standing in the open street and when you're sitting in a lit room. Maybe you don't like the storm itself. Maybe you like the fact that you aren't standing in it. Rain keeps reminding you that something is happening outside. At the same time, the glass isn't leaking and the roof is above you. The sound comes from outside. You remain inside. Most days, you barely notice a wall, a window, or a dry blanket. Rain gives those ordinary things a job. It makes the boundary around you easier to feel. The room hasn't become stronger. The weather has simply made its protection visible. That may be what we mean when we say we're taking shelter. The important word is shelter. There's another reason rain feels comforting, and it isn't located in your ears. It's built into the rhythm of everyday life. Sunny weather seems to push you outdoors. There's still work to finish and somewhere else to be. If you stay home, you may feel guilty without knowing exactly why. Rain gives you an acceptable excuse. Plans are canceled. Parks become empty. Footsteps on the street get faster, then less frequent. You no longer have to explain why you want to stay in tonight. Rain hasn't solved your work or erased tomorrow. It simply stopped the world from asking you to hurry. For a little while, that pause matters, especially to people who rarely give themselves permission to rest. The weather makes the decision for them. Tonight, you can remain where you are. But why rain rather than a washing machine or an air conditioner? Because we almost never hear a sound by itself. We hear what it's connected to. A rainy afternoon might carry you back to school. Classes ended early. Your shoes splashed through puddles, and the lights at home came on before sunset. It might belong to a long drive with the windshield wipers moving back and forth while you fell asleep in the back seat and someone you trusted held the wheel. Or it might come from an old roof at your grandparents' house, or from someone you haven't spoken to in years. The memory may not return as a complete story. Sometimes it leaves only a physical feeling. This sound has been here before, and the last time I wasn't facing everything alone. One person hears weather in the rain, another hears home. Of course, rain doesn't make everyone feel safe. Someone living under a leaking roof may reach for a bucket. Someone who's lived through a flood may become anxious as the rain gets heavier. Thunder can frighten one person and comfort another. A sound has no permanent meaning. Rain may comfort you because it's stable, or because you have a roof, a light, and a memory that connected this sound with protection. Change the person, and the same storm can become something completely different. That's why safety isn't always the same as silence. Sometimes you need to hear the world outside before you can feel that. For now, you're protected from it. Picture an ordinary rainy night. Car lights stretch into long reflections on the street. Someone runs past downstairs, and a door closes quickly. A book is still open to yesterday's page. Nothing important has happened, but you know you don't have to go back outside tonight. Feeling safe doesn't mean believing that nothing will ever go wrong. It's a smaller moment than that. The world is still uncertain, but you have somewhere to sit. Years from now, you probably won't remember how long that rain lasted. You may remember where you were sitting, who was beside you, and what color the room was. When you hear similar rain again, you won't be trying to return to the weather. You'll be returning to the night when someone had already closed the window for you. Where was the safest rain? You can remember